Canary, I'm here. I definitely wasn't fiddling. I would never be fiddling with anything. I wouldn't be fiddling with anything. Guys, I had a very odd interaction with my lizard. Um, Welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MC Canary. We're going to be doing some more drawing today. Before that, I had a very strange encounter. So I did get food for him, and then I set it on top of his cage, and I kind of forgot. I meant to put it in his cage. You know, it's hard for him to eat it when it's not in his cage. And I looked over at his cage. Like, I should probably also turn his water on. And I saw him. And I saw his food on top of his cage. And I saw him at where his food usually is. So, like, he knew. And he was like, where's the food? I know there's food, but where's the food? I was like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. And then he was like right on top of it. And he just scurried like a little, he's a gecko. It's like a little cup holder, like holds his cup in order to be able to eat his food. And he just scurried through the hole, and I put it in there, so hopefully he'll eat his food now. It's just really funny. I just wasn't expecting it. I was like, what the fuck? The hell, buddy? I was not prepared to see him there. Well, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MC Canary. We're going to be doing some drawing. Will hopefully be finishing this today. I'll probably be finishing it today. If not, I'll be getting close. And if I don't finish it today, I'll be a little surprised. It's pretty much right there. It's almost done. I don't have to do that much more. At least not that I can think of. I can't think of that much more that I'll have to do for this. I've done, like, about 90% of it at this point. Trying to get it positioned now. There we go. Fresco? Fresco, what are you doing, buddy? Fresco, what you doing there, bud? That was interesting. I don't know what it was doing there, but, probably fine. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm seeing them. I'm seeing them. But I see them. I see all the artifacts. So, I have a couple options here. I'm a bit 50. You know, now, that was odd. Trying to fill that in, it wasn't doing it. I could focus on cleaning this up a little bit, and then I can do what I've been doing before, and do what I've been doing before, is to do the kind of like cell shade. I haven't decided yet for that. Or I could try actually shading, actually doing some rendering. I could try both. See which one I prefer. I got all my mattes down, which is what's important. Well, however I decide to shade it at this point is just kind of up to what I'm feeling. And I haven't decided yet. Also, do enjoy the Shibayan records. I found this today, and I was like, well, I have to. Well, I have to, actually. Shibayan is not only my jam, but it's also something I have used in previous things, and I just found an entire mix of it, so I was like, well, absolutely, I have to. Of course I have to. Why wouldn't I? What's going to be interesting for today, honestly, is most of this is going to just be clean up. A lot of this is just going to be clean up, and then I might do some shading. But most of it is going to be clean up. A lot of it's going to be clean up. I'm going to be cleaning a lot of this. Hopefully I can focus up a little bit more on kind of getting certain things done. I know last week I was kind of like, boo. This week I think I'm a little bit better. I'm kind of not ideal, but I think I'll leave. I think I'll leave. I don't think I'll die. That's a plus, I guess. I'll probably get a lot of the vector art down. And then I'll probably decide from there. Because part of what I'm trying to figure out is exactly how I want to specifically shade things. Like if I want to do a more intensive render, like I could, I would just have to be very careful and try to like be very brushy with. Hold on. I no. Because what I might do, we've got some options. If I go, let's say I go to this. I could try that, like that kind of style. I could try a pencil-y style. Let's see. What do we got for options? Markers. I'm not feeling a marker render. I want part of me wants to try something soft. I want to try something soft to get like midtones and stuff to practice that. Could do like a soft chalk. I would just have to really focus it. We could do like a soft chalk. That could be an option. I don't know. I'll think about it. I could just see if there's... If not that, there's... Let me see what do we have here. See, these are usually... Vectors are usually solid. I don't know if vectors do much in the way of... Yeah, they don't really do midtones or anything. You can't really do anything with that. Got inking, multicolor, rake, sketching. I'm thinking about it. I want something soft, but I want something like kind of gradual too. Soft round, maybe. Like if I decide to do soft rounds, and then let's say we go there. This is just kind of experimenting for the moment. I kind of want to test my own limitations on stuff like this, because like I feel like this is something I should be getting better at anyways. Is like this kind of stuff. Especially because it's just kind of generally my style anyways. Try rendering this way, see how it goes. Just kind of take my time with it too. I'll add a little bit there just to Oh shit. Go back to that, don't I? We'll deal with that. Because yeah, I want to be able to just add some shape. Some shape. Maybe a little bit bigger. Add some shape. Okay. Just kind of very gradually do my renders now. Focusing more on paying attention to how I'm rendering it out. This is the challenge of rendering this way for me is I've never really rendered this way. I actually haven't. And what I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time practicing actually is like a lot of these kind of like different tones and stuff. Hey, Creeper! It's going well. It's going alright. You know how it goes. Doing alright, I think. I'm doing alright, I think. Working on my guy. Working on this some more. Getting into rendering a little bit more. Actually caring about the render now. And the thing with this is I'm just gonna have to. This is like just this was kind of a test, so this is probably how I'm going to render it. This is definitely how I'm going to render it. But for now, like look that actually looks yeah, that looks good. Actually, yeah, that looks good. I like that. I'm going to just very. This render might be a little bit slower, and that's fine. I needed this to take a whole stream anyways, so why not do something that will take me the entire time? Instead of doing something like that. Not to say that that other rendering style was bad. Absolutely, that other rendering style was actually quite good. One of the benefits of rendering with the it's fast. It's very, very fast, and it's very cel shady. Like that is going to be a rendering style that's going to really help me in animation and stuff because animation can't really rely on tone rendering. At least not the style that I'm going for, not the style that I've learned, not the style that I practice, and not what I've seen. That said, I have. We'll probably talk about it on Animation Day, but I do have more evidence of the tomato from Patlabor. That tomato haunts me. As somebody, as an aspiring animator and artist, that tomato haunts me. That tomato haunts my wildest dreams. I see it constantly. You will understand why. You will understand why. Someday, I will show why this tomato scares me. It's a scary tomato. You don't get it. It's a scary tomato. Because the things they did to make the tomato, I can only fathom what deities, what actual devils they had to call upon to render this tomato and then fucking animate it. It boggles my brain. Brings me genuine terror. Okay. Okay. Can I say this render is gonna come out good? Feeling very good today too. I'm feeling quite good actually. I don't know. I'm feeling better. I think I had kind of a little bit at one point, but can't keep me. You can't keep me down, Valheim. I hope you're doing well, Creeper. You know me, I'm just yapping. I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, I see what need to hide the render layer. I was like, that's not the color. That's not the color. I'm gonna hide the render for now. We're gonna focus on cleanup. We're gonna focus on a lot of cleanup. I have a lot. I have a lot of artifacts to kind of like fix. Though they probably won't show up because this is the vector layer. The funny thing about the vector layer is the vector layer oftentimes will just remove. It will oftentimes just remove things. Like the vector layer does not keep artifacts. Actually, it does a pretty good job of eliminating them. In fact, which is kind of nice. It's actually deep. Just noticed it. Okay, it's subtle, so I'm gonna add it. Subtle thing that the human body kind of does. Is that how apps work? Ooh! Up there. A couple of these. Like this for a second. Never mind. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll keep it that way for now. I don't know why. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. Looked weird. Also, change this to more. That. Add a little bit more blush in places. This is what I want to get better at, is just kind of rendering in general. This is something I want to improve at a little bit. also need to change this. Soft. Blot parts out. Be able to blot it out, reduce it without doing too much. This is why I gotta be very careful. Got the right color there. Something kind of lighter, kind of thinner. Need to be careful because I want to like make sure that I don't like somehow make it very bruised looking. See, this is where I'm like, I gotta really be careful, I feel like. I feel like rendering like this is going to take a lot more time. And I have to just accept that. It's funny because it's kind of like my older style anyways. Like, this is kind of how I used to render. Anyways. Just very gradual amounts. Is kind of how I used to do a lot of kind of rendering. It's a used to. Part of the reason why I kind of fell off with it is I think I did I kind of got frustrated with it, I find. Mainly I just want to add like a little bit. It's like a dash. Is what I'm looking for. It's just dashes of render. Oh no. Thought so. Thought that was being weird. Probably ultimately what it'll come down to is I need to be making multiple layers, which always seems to be the case with this kind of thing, but we'll see. Shall we see? Probably shouldn't have a strong line art too. Bah. Ah, that ain't gonna stop me. That ain't gonna stop me. There we go. There we go. Ooh. Is that normal? That happened on your end? Oh, that was weird. Nauseating. Oh boy, I hope my computer's doing okay. Don't worry, if you guys can't see it, it's probably not worth worrying about. My eyes are working fine. Probably. That's not. That's what I thought. What's funny is I'm gonna have to draw every single one of my armor designs. God, that would take me forever, I think, actually. And my armor designs, like, change every other day. That would be a nightmare to do. I probably should not do that. That seems like a bad idea to me. Favorite. Finding 8 billion artifacts ever. Artifacting, rah, rah, rah. I hate it. Ah, jeez. I did forget something. Let me say... Let me see... Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to do that tonight. Ay! Apparently, the hunt update's pretty beefy, which is a shame. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. That's gonna be a pain in my ass. Pain in my butt. Not a pain in my butt. Wait, did I? Want to be? I didn't. God damn it. Hold on, everybody. I forgot to post this. Thanks for popping in, at least, Creeper. I totally thought I did the thing right, and it's right. Hold on. Hold on. I thought I got that. Weird. I swore I copied and pasted this, but eh. I mean, I was falling a little bit behind anyways, so I will let people know. I was wondering about that. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Sure enough. Sure enough. Got something. Did in fact forget something. What the hell? Why is that? Why? What? Huh? Why is... Why is that how that works? Huh? Why do you work that way? Why does it work that way? Well, there we go. Now we're live. I mean, we've been live. Find it funny The most replayed spot in YouTube videos, the part right after a sponsored section. Think I understand. Yeah. I mean, I mean, I kind of get it. I kind of get it from both sides, actually. It's just like, they probably expect that, right? And then, like, yeah. I actually do try to sit through ones that I like, though. Like, the Mackle Boys, if I'm listening to them, I'll let them do sponsored because, I mean, it's the Mackle Boys. I like the Mackle Boys. And I'm just like, it doesn't really hurt anything to me, and well, I guess I'm not necessarily making the money, but it's not like it's not a problem. I don't know. Kind of is distracting, I guess. I don't know. Oh shit, wrong layer. I'm gonna find out. I always hate when I'm on the wrong layer. It's a criminal crime. It's a criminal crime. I keep forgetting. I did all that line work last time and was like, man, this is all I have the brain space for. And I can tell it's having one of those days where I thought I was at least doing a lot better than I thought I was because I feel like I've given myself actually a lot of work to do. Hey, that's not always a bad thing. My opinion is finding work that you have given yourself can sometimes be a good thing if you're needing some. Going like, oh boy, I could have done this better. It's kind of like, well, I can do it better now, I guess. I don't have so much of an issue with that if it's like, well, it means that I have to focus on this for a while. Coloring is hard. Coloring is hard. You gotta get inside the lines. You can't let artifacts get through, and it takes time, effort, understanding whatever the hell is going on around here. I have no idea what's going on around there. Maybe that's why people hate. Oh, Jesus. There we go. On lines. On the line art. Must be on line art to make lines. Hard to do lines when you're not on the line art. Here's with stuff like this. Get rid of all that, right? Do this. But yeah, I mean, like, the sponsored portion of the video is a part of their video. I mean, you gotta, people gotta eat. And if that's your career and that's what makes you your thing, you gotta do what you gotta do. I get it. Believe you me, I get it. I don't know what's my problem is if I was to be sponsored, I still don't know who I'd be okay with because I don't want to just quote unquote sell out simply. Not saying I wouldn't take a sponsorship at all. I'm just saying sponsorship It has to at least be something that would be like, yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, no, I want to speak on behalf of this item, product, company, brand, whatever. Which I think is really hard. And sometimes you run into that situation of beggars can't be choosers, and I will kill. Right? You run into a situation in which you can't choose. You can't choose the people that you that want to sponsor you, but it's also like, I don't know, man. And also you don't want to be like desperate, in my opinion. 'Cause I don't. Like I said, I don't know who I would necessarily go for. Have to be, I don't know. It's tough. It's not like I'm a Raid Shadow Legends guy. Not. I thought about it, like, but I was like, I don't know. I could see one of the meal services maybe being up my alley, something like HelloFresh or something, but I haven't even tried their products. So I'm like, I don't know. Could I really talk about something that I really haven't engaged with? I don't have Dollar Shave Club, baby. Kind of goes all sorts of directions when it comes to that kind of thing. I don't know. I think it's really just dependent on what you as an individual are willing to kind of like stand up and voice and support. Some and a lot of people, I'm sure, just see it as a a thing, like a necessity, like a thing that's just like, yeah, I just got to do my thing. I don't know. I think it depends on the situation. Now, if I was given like a Jenny Nicholson kind of situation in which out of nowhere a company's like, "Hey, we've seen your very niche interest in this one thing. Why don't you talk about this other thing that's tangentially related to it but has nothing to do with your interest?" So I don't know what that would be. Like, I don't know, man. I find that I'm a pretty hey. I don't know what I did there. I find that I'm a pretty versatile individual. Well, it could be a complete. I could be complete bullshit. Probably that. Probably more so that. But I get it. I don't know. I get it. Like, just something that is kind of a part of the industry, part of necessity, and part of something that everyone, I think, ends up butting heads up against at some point if they start making things long enough. There we go. It is still where I'm like kind of weirded out though when it comes to things like for example, ad breaks on Twitch. A lot of people do ad breaks. I don't. Still don't. I don't think I'm necessarily better for it. I just don't. It feels icky in some ways. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I've got a bunch of people on. Now let me farm ad revenue. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me, and I can't get past that. I can't get past that, at least at the moment. That might change someday. Maybe I do start doing ad breaks at some point, but right now it's just like, eh. But that's not that is not that is a me. That's me. That's my relationship with it. If you do it and you're comfortable doing it, absolutely do it. I'm not. I don't know why I'm not even. Part of it is I'm like, I don't want it to also seem like, I don't know, if we had like a bunch of people, that could also be a factor that would encourage me to do it more, because it's like, okay, now we have a bunch of people that I could put on an ad break. But if I was to do that, it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do an ad break. Because there's a bunch of people here, and your support is really appreciated to help me out. Like, make it clear that it's like an ad break proper to be like, hey, this helps me out. We will be back in a minute. And I'm sure most people understand that. I'm sure most people do. But right now, I'm like, I don't feel like I have the numbers right now to be like. And even then, like, I don't know if I do more than one a stream. I only do like two. What? I only do 2 hour blocks anyway, so I'd probably do one ad block at some point. That's why I'm like, I would love to do a Bim Bam style sponsor bit at some point instead, live. Like, I think that would be fun. But, like, I get it. I also get it. Like, I don't know. It's tough out there, man. It's a pain trying to figure all that shit out. Everybody has different solutions to stuff like that, right? Like, pre-roll ads are weird to me from my perspective and from my needs and my style and structure. It's still just like, eh. Again, I don't know. I would like maybe be able to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and your guys' support will help me out immensely. I appreciate it, but like, I don't want to do it with like a few people. I would like to establish a bit of like rapport with that kind of thing first, so that way I'm like doing it in a way that's like nice. I don't know. I don't know how I'd handle it. It's a pretty tough one for me. It's like an awkward situation. God, ghosting like that scares me. My computer lighting itself on fire right now because I have this and Monster Hunter Wilds running at the same time. I mean, I don't really need Worlds open. I don't need Wilds open in the background much for this, since so much of this is about just working in the render and kind of just fleshing everything out. It's not about getting any shapes, or I don't really need the reference per se. There's nothing really to reference at this point. It's if you guys want to see what I'm referencing, it's not really a reference for me anymore. I don't need this reference anymore. This reference doesn't do anything. Oh god. Sorry. If you yawn because of me, I apologize. If you yawn because of somebody else, you should tell them to stop. See, now here's the question. If you heard me yawn, did that make you yawn? You didn't hear me yawn, but heard me say that I yawned, did you yawn? Yawning is weird. People, have we made any progress on finding out if we know what the hell yawning is? Last I checked, no. Last I checked, we had not. Last I checked, nobody knew what yawning even was. Also, I might see why people hate line work. Because line work can become kind of like stippling. You let it be. For me, I guess I'm just kind of sloppy anyways. I don't usually fix my line art. I usually just leave it the way that it is. So I could see if like you're like really like I gotta fix my line art. Lose your goddamn mind. I'm trying to clean it up, but I'm usually err on the side of like I don't know, man. It's line art. I don't know, man. It's line art. It is the kind of thing that you could spend shit ton of time on. You don't have to, but you could. In my opinion, anyways, you don't have to. You could. Will say I'm trying to get rid of more of those artifacts. Those artifacts are very distracting to me these days. So I'm either trying to limit them or get rid of them when I find them. Eliminating a lot of the artifacts helps me kind of be like, okay, I got it now. Focus. Eliminate the artifacts. Focus. God bless me. Up the artifacts. I mean, it's definitely looking better now that I've cleaned up a lot of it, and then I'll probably clean up a lot of the color, the base color, and then get back to rendering. That's the thing, is like vector art typically will just be like, we're done. Vector art will like change its resolution in so much that like it doesn't seem like those artifacts really only show up unless you get like really in there, right? Like you don't really even ever see those artifacts, I feel like. Like you have to really get in there to see a lot of those artifacts. And the way that this renders, like a lot of those artifacts get um covered up anyways. There we go. Now, we'll keep it that way. Oops. Oops. Yeah, that's better. There we go. God, it's happening, and I hope it's just a. I hope it's just my eyes are broken. Like a weird dragging effect that happens when I move things, and I'm like, ugh, stop that. Don't do that. That hurts my eyes. That fixes that. Yeah, that cleaned up a lot of the line art. That's much better. That got rid of pretty much all of the artifacts too. I don't really think I have any. I'll probably see some as I go, but I really don't see like any. I don't even see any gaps or anything. Or maybe like here. I'm thinking. Hmm. I'm gonna try something. We just need to try some stuff. I think I need specifically one layer for like shading, shadow. I kind of want to do that darker blue. And what I need to do is I need to be using more layers. I think I need to be using more layers for this, and I need to be just much more careful. I was being a little careless there. Something I learned at one point was when it comes to general rendering, something that helps a lot is spacing. The idea of like kind of spacing and where something is in an image. So if something is like things that are generally a little bit behind something else are a little bit darker than the thing in front of it. Also, hello, Silos. How dare you? I'm doing my best to avoid those things. One of those things I'm only doing okay at. The destitute part I've actually been able to avoid, thank God. I'm gonna chalk that first bit up to practice. Try out this new style. I just need to do one pass at a time, I think. Don't want too much of the blue. Ah, hydrate man. Thank you. Ah. Hydrate man, thank you. I need to use. Oh no, hold on. Hope you enjoy the Shebound records, cause I do. Get in there. I'm gonna get in there. Cat is the coolest cat. Y'all are the coolest cat, damn it. I appreciate every single one of y'all. God damn it. I need to make this a little bit bigger. Hope that makes sense. Just kind of like trying to add a little bit at a time instead of going super deep on anything at the moment. I hope it looks good. Trying to learn how to render like a big boy. I'm trying to learn how to render like a big boy. Am I doing it? Things I am doing really hard. One of the things that I'm trying to practice with this rendering style is like to do more like rational, if that makes sense, rendering. Be like, okay, just like a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit here, a little bit there. Not do anything too rough. Actually just focus on building up certain kinds of things. Minecraft fact. Squint really hard. The warm pig looks a little bit like a capybara. I don't know what the warm pig is, but I'm glad he looks like a capybara. I just like capybaras. Capybaras are great. Capybara's great. Don't like capybara. What did capybara do to you? What did capybara do to you? And why were you still wrong? Huh? Capybara wouldn't hurt anybody. Capybaras told me so. He would never hurt anyone. What did you do? One of the goals is to just like be much more conscientious with like how I'm applying things to the render and just like a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. I don't know what layer I was on. It's fine. Added warm and cold variants of cows, pigs, and chickens. The cold chickens have a nice haircut. Oh, that's nice. It's also odd. So they're just what? Like, I don't know. They just. That's weird. That's weird. Ooh, I like that work. How that. I like how that eye came out actually quite a bit. Do something like that. Something like that. I really like doing eyes, actually. I haven't done eyes in a really, really long time. So being able to do an eye like this is actually really, really fun. I haven't rendered an eye in a while. Been a while. Certainly not to this extent. Eyes, in my experience, are just keep adding shit to it until it looks right. That's how I do eyes. I add, keep adding until it works. I don't know if that necessarily makes sense, but we're gonna go with it. Ooh, I like that. I think that works really, really well, actually. And it kind of fits her. Some of that subsurface scattering, baby. Add a little bit of that subsurface scattering, baby. All my homies love subsurface scattering. I don't know if that's actually what subsurface scattering is. It's the whole like subsurface scattering is like the whole idea of like it's how light diffuses through skin, I believe. The thing about the way that light diffuses through skin is skin is permeable. Light can go through it. So in that case, since light can go through it, it can since light can pass through it, it does the thing. I don't know, man. It does some weird things with coloration. Namely, it becomes the redness pops out more for seeing the underlying blood vessels as light passes through. Skin. That's the whole thing about subsurface scattering. I think. And subsurface scattering is like the technical term for when you emulate that inside of a program, i.e. graphics, i.e. graphics. I believe. That's what I know subsurface scattering for. That's what I know it for. I guess I can't say for certain because I don't know. Wow. Wow. Get him, Silence. I just have no beef. I have no beef. If anything, I probably would be. I could be pretty easily talked into playing Minecraft. I used to like Minecraft quite a bit. Played it with friends back in college. Back into college times, I played with friends a lot. And it was good times, honestly. The last time I played Minecraft, though, was kind of a bummer. Got into a server with a partner, and then that same server ended up having a reefer come in and destroy everything, and I was like, okay. And then they never talked to that person again, and I was like, oh, okay. Probably. I don't know if we had any necessarily at the time. Like I said, it was just some random shit, honestly. I like how this is coming out so far. I actually really like how this is rendering. I'm trying this like kind of slower, almost airbrush style I've never done before. And I kind of picked up on people doing it. So I was like, I should do. I mean, I'm sure they had a backup or something. I just made me go, yep, I can't play Minecraft. Only had really one other bad experience like that in Minecraft where somebody just came in and I remember joining like a public server and obviously before you're like, well, that was your first mistake. It's like, well, buddy, I have to learn somewhere, right? Like, always remember that. Everybody has experiences like this because you have to learn them this way. And it's not even that I didn't know what griefing was. I want to maintain this. Even when I went into Minecraft, I expected people to try to ruin things for me. Like I knew what griefing was. I was like, why people this? I don't fucking know. But I did try. I did try to do some um public Minecraft. I joined a server and I specifically was like, okay, I don't want anybody to destroy my shit. I'm going to build a literal underwater base and hide it underwater and make it really hard to access and make it that the front can only or it can only be accessed from a hidden door and like did all this really really hard work and then I don't remember why like I just somebody was like somebody somebody found me but they didn't find like everything I had worked on they just like found me and I don't know what compelled me I was like I don't know you want to check out my base I wanted to share this with somebody but I'm afraid that somebody's gonna come and destroy it and guess what they fucking did immediately called their friends and had it destroyed I'm like okay it was a whole thing. I built it underwater, deep underwater. You had to access it through a secret tube that went underwater through a mountain that had a hidden button that wasn't necessarily easy to find. I just don't get griefers, man. I don't like I know I can be antagonistic sometimes, but I've never understood just destroying things that other people made. That doesn't I still to this day do not understand what I mean I don't play public servers anymore on anything like that. So it shouldn't be though. As my hot take is it shouldn't be that way. You know? I don't know. It's very weird, right? Like people just want to ruin other people. This is why I don't agree with the assertion that the only reason to play games like Hunt Showdown or PvP oriented games is to ruin somebody else's day. Like, no. Not really. Because I don't find it fun when people ruin my day, and it's not the reason why I play, is because I have my day ruined. And I don't play it to ruin other people's days, that's for sure. You're being softy then. I don't think so. Maybe I am. But I do think that there's a certain amount of, like, callousness that has become a little bit of a norm with video games that I'm not necessarily comfy with. I wish people would lighten up a little bit sometimes. Play a game perfect, play a game quickly, play a game Why are you still on this part of the game? Why haven't you advanced to this part of the game? Like, I don't know. I think that there's a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. Take art for example. Take art for example. I think there's a lot of reasons to take your time with art. Kind of described it recently to a friend of mine, friend of the stream, Jackson. There's this odd sense that there is always a race to the bottom with everything. Everything. And now it's applying to games. And I'm just like, I don't play that. I don't play any game. Any game. No matter how much I enjoy it. No matter how good I get at it. Do not play any game to finish it as quickly as possible. To like stay ahead of some curve or something. Like, no. And I'll fight people on that. It's what helps keep me from actually getting burnt out on a game because I have tried to do the race to the bottom, and guess what happened? I got burnt out on the game. So I'm gonna think how that would work. Essentially, I'm just really focused on trying to bevel everything. I'm on the wrong layer. Ah, oh, fuck it. It might be worth willing to eventually flatten layers. We'll see. Forgetting anyways. This is my problem, is like, I want it so badly to be able to render on one layer, but I don't think I can. But I keep forgetting switch layers, which is like, ugh. Just gotta add a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Do I want to even do the symbols on her fucking wife? On the little, on the On the crotch flap. What is that thing called? What is that little bit called? What's the little clock that hangs in front of the business? What's that? What's that thing? What's the business cloth? Okay, that's the VOD title. Before I had before I have We Love Subsurface Scattering, but it has to be the business cloth. Come on, man. It's too good. God, I love rendering. God, I love rendering. The more I say it, the more it's true. Definitely like rendering. Definitely do. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I don't hate rendering, I guess. The casual player wants to take on a challenge. It has to be something that can be done casually. Speedrunning isn't casual. It requires playing optimally in order to be fast. Eh. It's true, but people expect people to do things like that. And then on top of that, it's like I've gone for times. I've done my time trying to do speed running. Not everything has to be a speed run. That's why I kind of don't like it. I don't like rushing through an experience. I just really don't. That's why I'm like, even when I went for times, it was specifically with Monster Hunter because Monster Hunter is like wind sprints. I like Monster Hunter's speed running because it was just like a sprint. It was a how quickly can I beat a monster? Bam, done. Like that. That's something you can. That's easily repeatable. It's never. It's not long. It's not long. It's not like a long thing. It's something straightforward. And it's like racing in. It's like trying to get seeds in swimming, right? Like you're not. It's not a marathon. I don't like marathons. I'm not very big on them, and I feel like they. What's funny is like it was one of the few. I did do technically marathon style swimming. I did. I think I did the 200. I think I tried the 500, and then I told them never make me do the 500 ever again. Fucking sucked. I could do 200s though. Don't know why. Be that middle of the ground shit, man. Meet me in the middle of the ground, damn it. That's where I work best. Oh, oh, that felt good to just dip it in there. Hmm. And what I want to do, I want to try to start adding a little bit more highlight stuff. This right here is the real struggle of rendering, is getting better at this kind of thing. I want to try to get more contrast and like figure out how to actually get things to pop a little more. Just like a little bit more. Does look good though. I like that. Like this is something I'm trying to get better at. It's like just being able to actually get that render in and start really just getting a lot more contrast in places to give it a little bit more depth and a little bit more texture. I think that sometimes I struggle a lot with the render because of that. This is coming out real nice. Might also be my best use of whites I've seen in any of my pieces. Doing a really good job adding that like shimmer effect to a lot of those parts. And like I said, I will probably just do as much of the render as I can and we'll be done today. I don't think I'm gonna work on this more after this. We're just going to try to see how much of the render I can get done. I mean, I still got at least 2 hours. Started a little bit later, so I'll go a little bit longer. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm just trying a much more subtler rendering style that I've never tried before. Usually my rendering style is much more distinct, not distinct, like very blocky. I'm usually very blocky when it comes to my rendering. This time I'm just like, I don't know, just like a little bit here, just a little bit there. I've tried it this way before. I really want to try to step up my like actual rendering quality quite a bit. I want to do stuff like this. Little bit color selection. Just gonna very carefully start darkening areas. Very subtle. And I want it to just like better about making sure that when I add something, it's not just like too harsh. I think I have a bad habit of doing that where I'll add it too much, just too much. I really just need to build it up, is what I need to do. Like that. That looks good. Hmm. Try that. We'll see. There we go. Now, if this ends up on a Boru site, and you don't know what a Boru site is, don't worry about it. If you do know what that is, end up there eventually. All does. It all does. It always ends up there. Honestly, I don't know if artists actually post that themselves, or if I've never understood how that works. I won't lie. I actually have no idea how those sites work at all. Don't want to know, honestly. You don't need to know why, I know what they are. We're all respectful. Okay. So I say that because I've seen good art on there. Like there's just genuinely good art there too. So I don't know people like that. The reason why I brought that up is I didn't know if artists post them themselves. Is it a repository of like art that the artists post themselves, or is it like people who are cataloging artists' work for them? We don't have to get into the nature of that work, guys. We're adults here. It's the thing. It's the damn thing. Posted to the Not Safe for Work channel. So if you don't know what it is, you don't need to know. Boys, remember we are about that kind of positivity. Anyways, there's no judgment for whatever anybody enjoys, so long as it's safe, sensual, for everyone, including you. And like I said, I've done. I thought about this recently. I was like, I think if people would be like, why don't you do more or anything? And it's like, well, genuine answer is I don't have fucking time, man. A lot of that stuff I have to do on my own. There's not I can't stream it. I can't fucking stream it. And I'm not getting commission work for it at the moment. I have. I've gotten commission work for it in the past, and I've done a little bit. And I haven't done it in a long time. But do you think I have time to draw porn right now? You see how long it takes me to draw this? I don't have time. And I can't do it here, else I draw it here. These are only kind of jokes. Yeah, it's called practice, but it's hard to draw with one hand. Well, I draw with one hand. It's hard to draw with your non-dominant hand. Okay, I'm done. I mean, it is something that helped process certain things for me, and it's like I've never it's like not a bad thing to me. It's not a bad thing for me to do either. I just don't do it. I certainly don't judge anyone who does it unless they do like non-con and shit. Don't do that. That's gross. Like it makes me uncomfortable. Makes me uncomfortable. Don't do that. It's fucked up, man. This is neither the topic nor the place for that. We only get as spicy as yeah, I do. Yeah, I have. We ain't got to talk about stuff like that more than that, especially when it gets into those areas, because in reality, those are topics that are way too serious for me to actually kind of tackle due to my own life experiences. So that's all you gotta know. I've had some bad things happen to me, and that's all you need to know. There we go. And she's looking good. And she's looking good. And I like that. I really like how that's turning out. Drink, drink, drink. When did that drink? When is the drink? All right. There you go. You disgusting people. I made sure to get in there for you, okay? I got in there. Don't you listen, don't make me get the hammer. It's been a while. Don't make me get the hammer, boy. I know you don't care. That's why I'm saying don't make me get. Oh, I know you like the hammer, sicko. This is again the thing. Is like I'm fine with like banning people because I literally came from a region of the internet that was all about if you care about getting banning, you're not gonna have a good time here. Like that's my whole thing. That I still don't understand too is people who get like salty about getting banned for doing something that was actually like gross or wrong or bad or whatever and then being mad about it. It's like if you really wanted to be that guy, you have to expect it to happen. You have to be going for it. What's the point? So, once again, thank you, Soapbox Man Hammer. You did one thing right. You toughened me up, and you made me buy. So there's only so many times you guys could make make the joke about how I like dudes until I just ended up liking dudes. Ooh, that looks really good, actually. Yeah, I'm enjoying how that render comes out. Hammer is a penis. Always been a penis. Got me all riled up. You guys did, but you got me all riled up today. Ooh. Nasties. I blame you. Not my fault. It wouldn't be my fault. Why would it be my fault? That okay. I found some important value in rendering techniques here. You use your darks for your darks. You use your whites for your whites. I don't know how else to say that, but like really that's making a huge difference for me right now. Is highlighting. This is some of the best highlight work I think I've done because I feel like I've struggled with highlight work a little bit, and this is really starting to pop now. And it helps that I'm just kind of going a little bit at a time, like a little bit at a time. There we go. I've really enjoyed this render style. I found it is working really well. And I mean, in general, can we just say, can I just say, I'm so glad that I got this drawing tablet. Like, it has made a huge difference on my work. My work has looked so much better because of it. It has made a huge difference. Genuinely has. The only other really component that I'm looking at now for my computer isn't really a component. Actually, there are two components I'm looking at. I need to do some research on this. I'm looking to see if I can get just a nice extension cord. First off, I need an extension cord for the capture card. And then we can finish Elden Ring and then start something else maybe. And I still am interested in trying to get a new controller. I do want to get a new controller. I did not intend to keep using the PlayStation 4 controller. I really didn't. Like I was like, I want to use that for the PlayStation 4. I don't want it to wear out. I had some like kind of bad experiences where I was using it for both and then it wore out too fast and it didn't work for either. And I was like, that's not good. You don't want that to happen. I have to say. You don't want that to happen. A bit more diffuse, right? Try this. Yeah. That. I mean, there are stuff. There are stuff. That made sense to me. There is on the waist, there are like little symbols and stuff. I just don't really want to draw them. I just don't really want to draw them. I don't know why either. Like it's not even like they're that much. It's what? It's mainly that like, things like my hand are in the way and I don't want to think about that. I'll do it. Yeah, but I don't wanna. Too much work. The hell? Definitely not the right one. Something like that. There's like a diamond in here, right? Like a diamond there. Then there's a line up here. And then there's oh dude, I don't have to do it anymore. Oh dude, Silosoft, I don't have to draw it no. There's a line there. I don't want to do this. I have to. You're right. I have to. Only way I'll learn how to draw this shit. You're fine. I just gotta do it the best that I can. I don't have to do it perfectly. As long as it's there, people will get the idea. Oh, wait. You know what? Just do what works. Working, just do it. If it looks right, then I did it right. That's all that matters. I love how much like eyeball imagery is in this skirt. I really do like it. I like it. It looks cool. This angle, like maybe a little bit of a peek of that one. See it? Do something like that, and then we'll do maybe another one of these Augen. That's what they're called in German. Augen is actually a geology term, and it's a specific kind of pattern of crystals that make when it makes it look like the rock has eyes. It's literally all it is. I don't know. I can't remember what causes Augen to appear, but it does make a rock look like it has eyes. It's crazy. Seen them. They're real. They're called Augen. This is the German word for eyes. Yeah, we'll do something like that. It doesn't have to make sense. I have to just put it there, but it doesn't have to make sense. Yeah, that's close enough. Don't have to do more than that. It's good enough. Because as soon as I turn this on, as soon as I turn these on, bam, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. At least it doesn't matter as much. Up to 30. Kind of start getting those like folds. Trying to get those folds in. And that looks good. That actually looks really, really good. I like how that's coming out. Now, Need to do is we have to go in very delicately. Delicate touches. Michelangelo gets in here. I gotta get in there too. Biggest thing with my work that I need to do more is I just need to care about where I put my line. I have to care about it. I didn't care for such a long time. I have to care about it. Something like that. Yeah. Add like a softening there. Actually, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I wanted to mimic the way that works, since it's not really cloth. It's like octopus leather. So it's got like a glistening effect to it, right? Like, yeah, I still have, oh yeah, I still got an hour left. We got plenty of time. Again, I can't say, oh my god, I feel like I'm doing much better also than I was last time. Last time I was out of it, and I actually got some sleep today, thank God. That helped so much. Guys, sleep helps so much. You have no idea. I don't know if you knew this. Sleep helps so fucking much. Just a wild recommendation out there. If you find yourself having a tough time, sleep helps so much. Oh god. I'm sorry for screaming. Right. The topography of this shit. Yeah, something like that. And I just want to go subtle with it anyways, so. Like, there's that, and then there's like a There's like some plaiting, but not much. Hit me with this. Hit me with that. I have not actually heard this in a long time. Where is it? 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 Hit me with that freaking shit. What the? Oh, I see what I've done. Oh, I see what I've done. Give me 1 second, everybody. Need to hide this. You can't see that. You can't see that. Me with that haircuts for me. Haircuts for men is so good, man. It's really good. I love this shit. I love it. Very good. To this thing. Need to see this thing. Oh, God, I gotta do those details. Sorry, I'm barfing. Sorry for all the barfing. I'm barfing. What I have to do. First off, gotta go down to here. Ugh, we have to go down to there first. Then we have to take this color. And I have to figure this shit out. Thing is not. Just to exaggerate a little. I'm not gonna do it just to exaggerate a little. I'm not gonna do it perfect or anything. And now the oh. Okay. No. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Because that perfectly lines this up to be like that. That's be something like that, right? Up a little bit more. That up a little more. That. Like that. That's probably the best I'm gonna do there. Like, and I think that's pretty good actually. That's like almost perfect. That's almost perfect. Which is exactly what I need, is almost perfect. I don't need exactly perfect, I need almost perfect. There. That's good enough. That makes me happy. That's good enough for me. It just needs to be kind of like a little bit of a decoration. Then we can go back and give it. Ooh, too much. Ooh, too much. Just want to give it a little bit of gleam to it is what I'm going for. It's a little bit. Just that of that bite white. Giving it that bite white. Perfect. Same for here, so a little bit less. Put a little bit of texture, a little bit around the edge. Not to be just like a little. Just the ever little bit most. Only the ever little bittiest touches. Give it a little bit more highlight to spots. Just to give it there. Just a little bit. I need to give some. Yeah. You get some highlight in there. Like some like some shiny. Oh. Gonna try a pass here. Adding some more shadow again. Help darken up some of those areas. Little bit more depth. Actually, this needs to go down in size a little bit. Add a little bit more wrinkles to some stuff. Like a real artist all of a sudden. But when this happened? Always been. That's the thing. I went to school. I've been studying this for most of my life. I've been a real artist. I've been a real artist for a long time. The next step is just being like, okay, how to hopefully find people who can help support me. That's really the next step is like I've been a real artist for a long time and now I just need to be a successful artist, which is a lot harder to do. Mm-hmm. Man, now I feel like there's a delay because you guys keep on responding to what I say so much later than when I say it. Now I feel like there's a delay. Now I'm paranoid about it. Paranoia sits. Jeez! Okay, we'll find out. Now we're processing. 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 Seichi's back. Seichi's back. Seichi's back. Okay, that would explain some things. Wonder why. I'll look into that. That's definitely not working as intended. That's definitely not supposed to be doing. That's fine. I mean, I went to school, and even though I went to school for geology, I spent a good portion of it studying art and did art or focused things. And then I've done art focused things for a really, really long time. Artist. Always been an artist. Always have been. Always have been, always will be. Like how that's turning out with the hair. Really. Much better. Yeah, that render looks pretty good. You're to reload. Back. Okay. Tell me when to say cheese. And then I'll say cheese. And then say cheese back. Which means this is probably already delayed that you didn't immediately say cheese. Cheese! Okay. Okay, that's faster. You're good. Much better. Much, much shorter. This is how we test the ping. Do, 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 do. Actually, go to this layer, and we need to go to black. We're going to do one of my favorite things. Do feather. I love feathers. Feathers are so fun to draw. Rendering feathers are very fun to draw too. One of my favorite first quote-unquote real drawings that I did. I illustrated my one of the papers I wrote in college was a paleo paper for something called the Ingersoll Shale, and I illustrated my own illustrations for that paper. And one of the examples, I don't know if I used those in the. I actually don't know if they used those in the paper, but I did remember using that paper to draw drawings. So I drew fossils from the Ingersoll Shale, and one of the ones I did was a feather, and it has to this day been one of my favorite paleo arts I've ever done. It's just one feather that was found inside of a crust of amber. Was it amber? It's either found in amber or it was imprinted through pyrite. I can't remember which. But doing feathers since then has always been like one of my favorite things to draw. I love drawing feathers. When I can pull it off. I feel like like I said, as I have kind of alluded to and mentioned before, I feel like after college, I tried to keep up with a lot of my artwork, but I really, really, really struggled for a long time. And then I kind of depreciated a little bit. I feel bad. Like I feel like a lot of my artistic skill kind of went down for a long time. And I really had to get it back to about this level. And I would say about this level is, I would say, a step lower than where I was in college in some ways and a step higher in others. I think I'm definitely much faster. I'm definitely much faster, but if I'm going to be honest, I feel like I haven't made something like the Ingersoll Shale Feather. I have. I have not done art that good since college. And I'm trying to get back to that. Once again, really trying to focus on paying attention to how you'd build that up. It's going a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. Which is kind of sometimes the struggle with art, I think. Sometimes you, as an artist, people expect you to be able to make something twice. Here's a little bit of insight. We don't know how. At least I don't. Sometimes you just do something correct on the first go, and you're just like, did it. Even I don't know what deity I spoke to make that happen. What devil, god, or demon. Something just taps in, and you're just like into it, on it, and it works. It just goes. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it doesn't. Which can be really, really difficult. There we go. Oh yeah, I like how that photo's coming out already. I am enjoying this render style, which I'm starting to vaguely remember is kind of the rendering style I was using and learning in college, because college is where I got into digital art. I would not have Adobe products if it was not for college. So you can blame college for my reliance on Adobe products. F. I am not responsible. I am not responsible. Uh-huh. At the very least, I still get it at a probably reduced price than even when it is now for students. I still get that student price, which is nice. Oh, you could be getting it for free. Or you could use this. It's like, I don't care. Or it's what I use. It's what I have. I'm gonna use what I have. I have this. Might as well take advantage of it. Right? Like, and I do. I use at least 50% of Adobe products. That is a pretty high amount. That's a lot of Adobe products. Right? Like, I feel like I definitely use Photoshop. I definitely use Animate. I definitely use Fresco. I definitely use Premiere. I definitely use Audition. I haven't used it in a while, but I have used Dreamweaver, which is an HTML writer. It helps you write HTML. Illustrator, I haven't used it in a long time, and I'll be honest. I don't have a use for Illustrator. I don't. I don't know. I don't know what you use Illustrator. And InDesign, I use it even less. InDesign, InDesign. I'm like, what if I Googled what do you use InDesign for? And if that's like several Reddit threads, then that might tell me what Reddit, or that might tell me what InDesign is used for, because nobody knows. Does anybody know what InDesign is used for? I don't. I'm sure people use it. I'm not saying nobody uses InDesign. I'm just saying, as somebody who's as diversely disciplined in the as many different pieces of media that I am, what is InDesign for? I have never thought to open it because it would solve a problem for me. Desktop publishing and page layout designer. Used to create works such as posters, flyers. Okay, so it's publisher. Okay, fair enough. I haven't done anything like that in a long time. So I could see. There you go. I could see a use of InDesign if I decide to say, I don't know, make a business card. I would use InDesign to make a business card. So fair enough. If it's specifically for that, and I can see use for that, yes. Now, what's Illustrator for? I guess Illustrator is more of for a very specific kind of illustration. I've actually used Illustrator before. I used Illustrator a decent amount in college. It was okay. I use it a lot for... I could use it for probably doing line work. A little bit easier. You can use it for doing line work pretty effectively. I could do a sketch in Fresco, pop it into Illustrator, do the line work in Illustrator, and then pop it back into Fresco to do rendering. That could be an option. On the flip side, I just do the line art here. I don't know. So it's just that's up to like personal taste. I just don't see a purpose of having to pop it into Illustrator, but that doesn't mean that I couldn't see a use there. That I haven't used Illustrator. I have used Illustrator, actually. I actually have. Oh, I really like the way I did that, honestly. I'm trying to figure out how to do it twice. Here's the thing. This is like... Oh, hydrate bot. Hi, hydrate bot. I'll need to drink water. Hmm. You missed it, by the way, everybody. Silos, you missed it earlier. I'm close to quitting Valheim again. Might be worth checking out the VOD to see what... I don't know, man. Valheim just... did it again. It did it again. Always Mooncraft. Well, that's the thing, is like, if I was to change it to anything... There's so many other things I could do instead. You can get back to piloting games. That's something I haven't done in a long time. I really was concerned about that. There's always still Monster Hunter. I could just put on more Monster Hunter, because God knows even though I'm like, I don't care. I'm not in any hurry to get to the bottom or rush to the bottom like everybody else. I still feel that pressure. To trying to keep up with everyone. Sucks. Trust me. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing that we've turned video games into that a little bit. It bugs the ever-living fuck out of me. Enjoy your games, guys. I'm a huge Monster Hunter fan. I'm a huge fan of Monster Hunter. Enjoy your game. Why are people rushing through it? And I don't mean that as a like a don't wait up for me. I mean there's this weird judgment too, right? Like I feel like there's some feeling of like, are you not at the end already? And it's like, because I just take my time. Because I want to make my armor sets. Because I want to experience and take my time with it. Not because the fight. It's not like I've lost a fight, and it's not like a fight's been long. I just don't have that much time to dedicate to it to begin with. And I actually want to enjoy it while I can. Seems fair to me. That seems fair. Ooh, I really like the beveling I did on that hat. Let's go ahead and start trying to deal with this. God, I love or this isn't Men I Trust. This is it? No, this is Haircuts for Men. God, I got the wrong one. This is not at all Men I Trust. Men I Trust is someone else entirely. Honestly, now that I have it set up that it won't say music in the VOD, I need to be willing to expand some of my music because there's a lot of music I listen to. It'd be nice to share it. Period. No buts. Here we go. We do something like that. I think that's fair. This is one of the things I want to get a little bit better at is whenever I add detail like that, I just need to let it sit. Just need to let it sit. Apparently I need to find my glove. Apparently this thing came with a glove and I haven't tried it. And I don't know where to put it. I've lost it. I could always wear... I do have gloves. Oh my god. These gloves were meant for axes. I wonder how this was meant for an axe. I wonder how it would actually feel drawing with it. It feels good. I might end up using this instead. I just feel like my hand is dragging a lot, and it's very weird. It might be better. We'll see. This isn't the glove intended. It's just a fingerless glove. But it works. Works, it works. That's what matters. Using unconventional things like this is something that I'm actually quite accustomed to doing. Am I really gonna have to start using this glove? It's gonna be very silly. I might have to start using the glove. It's very dumb. It works, right? Judge the process. Don't question the process. It also kind of stiffens my hand a little bit, which can be useful, actually. You have a little nylon glove that you use with your drawing tablet. This is not a nylon glove. These are actually kind of nice. I forgot I had these. I meant to. They're like little. They're specifically fingerless, like work gloves, and I got them specifically. So that way I could protect the palm of my hand when I was, because I like to chop wood. I've talked about that. I like to chop wood, and at one point I was like, I want to like try to work out a little bit more. I'm gonna go outside and chop wood every now and then because we have wood to chop back there, and I haven't really done that. But well, hey, well, hey, yeehaw, voodoo. Um, but I haven't really used it for that, and somebody was like, "Man, I've been using this drawing glove," and I was like, "Oh shit! Actually, my new drawing tablet came with one of those, and I haven't used it." And they're like, "What? You should try that." I haven't been able to find it, but I have two gloves. They're just fingerless palm gloves. They're just for my palms that I don't use, and I could use them while I draw. Only downside is I lose a little bit of fidelity, I feel like, with certain things. But it definitely makes other things easier. I feel like it helps with my palm dragging on the screen a little bit, definitely. And it does kind of stiffen my hand, which can be helpful. Welcome to texturing. It fucking sucks. It doesn't suck. It's just. I mean, I guess it sucks in the sense that it's tedious. It does suck for that. Hey, we need to do. Actually, kind of the nice thing about this being fingerless is that I still have tactile feeling of my fingertips, but it protects like my palm and it protects the butt of my hand. Like obviously this is overkill. I don't need to use this much. I just need the little one that's like it just covers your pinky and your ring finger and the bottom half of your hand. That's plenty. If you have one of those, use those. I just had to be a weirdo and suddenly now I like this as my brand of these are my drawing gloves. Those are axe gloves, Isaac. I know. They're actually really nice quality too, honestly. There we go. We'll do that. Go to this layer, and I need to white. down. Just like a little bit. Just like the littlest bit. Do stuff like that. Add a little bit of white to this. Bit of white. Perfect. That gave it a little bit more depth. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Okay. Something like that. Trying to decide how to do that. I mean, I definitely want it there. That maybe? I mean, that render is starting to look good. I really like how this render's turned out. Cotton. Oh, it's really thin gloves that your mom has. Gotcha. I mean, whatever works, right? Works, it works. Don't knock it. Like I said, use that. I've been using gloves I meant to use for chopping wood. Comes in all sizes. There we go. Like that. Trying to be way more mindful of where I add certain things. Cheap is good. You're right. Well, these probably weren't cheap though. I think these are like $12 or $13 gloves. So I'm like, I should use these. Hey, if I'm getting use out of them, use is use, my guy. You get use out of whatever it is. No one can judge you. No one can judge you. These actually probably weren't cheap gloves. I don't know what cheap means anymore. To me, $10 is cheap, but it depends on what it is. $10 can also be expensive, depending on what it is. Like, it goes both ways. Is oh, one of those cases. But I hate when I do that. $10 was expensive. Now it's cheap. And then also on top of that, like depending on the situation, depending on what it is. You'd be like, $10? That's nothing. Or $10, that's way too much. I'm trying to think of an example now. I think I'd be like, $10 for that? $10 for tough one. Don't buy things often. Like, I don't know. I was looking at an $80 controller. What the fuck do I know? I don't know. If I buy something, I want it to be worth money. Put it that way. I don't buy things very often. I don't buy things very often at all. So when I do buy something, I'm like, make it worth my money. That's my opinion on buying shit. Is like, I don't buy expensive things, but I don't buy cheap either. Like, if I can avoid buying something, I will. But if I have to, I'll try to buy something and be like, spend the money. Spend the fucking money. Spend it on money. Spend your money on something that hopefully will be at least a higher quality and will last you longer. That's my mindset. Don't buy cheap for cheap's sake. You buy cheap for cheap's sake. I've been there. I bought cheap for cheap's sake. Guess what? I had to probably replace it in the amount of time that I would have had it for longer anyways. That's my experience with buying things. Now, I'm not saying I try not to be wasteful. I do not try to be wasteful. I try to make sure that if I'm going to buy something expensive, I make sure that I bought something I'm going to use, that I'm going to make value out of, that it's expensive with a purpose. Expensive with a purpose is what I usually try to think of when I'm like, I need to buy something, or I need to spend money. Because if you buy cheap things, you're going to get cheap things. I think that totally is reasonable. It makes sense, right? You buy something cheap, it's going to be cheap. Expect a cheap result. Because, like, $10 to go to a restaurant is totally fine. I just don't do that every day. That's the thing. Like, that's a fine. That's not expensive. It is if you do it every fucking day, but it's not expensive. I needed gloves. Okay, I spent like $12 or $14 on these gloves. Pretty solid gloves. They're comfy. I like them. They fit me. Good. They're also kind of my vibe. I would wear these gloves more if I had more applications for them. I don't know. That actually looks really good. I like that. So, there. 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 Everything is, I mean. when the egg price is gonna go down, am I right, guys? How many times are you gonna make that joke before the Oh god. Trust me. I'm concerned about a lot more than the egg prices. The egg prices still need to go the fuck down. There's been a debate whether or not part of the reason why egg prices hasn't gotten down is because they were always supposed to kind of be that expensive, but it was like, hey, we'll just lose money on eggs because somebody comes in, they need eggs, they get their eggs, they get something else. But now that eggs are expensive, they're like, oh, we don't need to decrease the price of eggs. They're still selling because eggs are popular. You know what? Maybe I need to stop buying eggs, which makes me sad. And hey, I have a hot take. Maybe, just maybe, having eggs be an accessible source of protein that is inexpensive and healthy is a good thing for your population. But that's just me. We don't gotta get. We're not. We don't got. We get into it. Stop. If we get into it, okay, I'm really enjoying this rendering style now. I'm really getting into this rendering style now. It really fits my groove. I just had to stop being intimidated and remembered I know how to draw. That's all it came. I just had to remember that I know how to draw. Believe it or not, sometimes you forget. You forget. You forget, oh yeah, this is stuff that I know how to do because I've done it before. Because you have stress or something's happened, or in my case, you started to maybe do it, but then couldn't quite keep up the practice as well as you wanted to. Like, things happen. I'm glad I could get back to it and start doing this rendering again. I did do it once upon a time. I did it in college. I could do it in college, I can do it again. That I need to remind myself too. If I could do it back then, I could do it now too. It's just hard. It's just a lot of work. So much work. One of the things that's helping me a bunch is I'm not like putting it down and yeah anymore. I'm just a little bit at a time. Just a little bit at a time. Little bits of adding pigment here, value there. Taking my time. Beautiful. 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 Guys, I'm going to take you on a journey and then we'll probably end soon because that means it probably almost at 3 hours. Almost, yeah. Honestly, I feel pretty good about this. I think that this is pretty much done. It is that song. Dude, I fucking am obsessed with this. I'll actually admit, though, I made a mistake Saturday. I listened to this song for like an hour or two, amongst other things, Shouldn't have done that. I lost my brain in the process. It doesn't matter at this point. Wait, no. Actually, that was the right one. Oh shit! I shouldn't. Oh no, 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 YouTube! Don't look at that. YouTube didn't see. YouTube can only hear. YouTube can only hear. YouTube can't hear this right now. In before they do start adding YouTube bots that can like see the day that they can see copyrighted content, I will get so mad. And also to kind of clear the air. Hey, hey Magdalena Bay, fucking good. You know, and I would play your music live if YouTube didn't get mad at me. That's why I'm doing it here. I'm just addicted to this bass and drum riff is so juicy. This is why I'm gonna start investigating into just like actually playing more diverse music and less generic music. Not to say that I ever played purely generic music, but I certainly was tailoring a lot of my music to be more generic in the hopes that YouTube algorithm wouldn't get mad at me. And you know what? I just decided to say screw it. Also, this bass scrub. Oh my god, I love how dirty the bass gets in here. It's so good. I'll start trying to throw in more individual songs. If I like have a song that I really really like, I'm gonna try to start throwing in more individual songs. Do like a couple of individual songs in a row, and then I'll do my own, and then I'll do a mix, and I'll do a couple more individual songs because I love this song too. I'm trying to diversify our song repertoire a little bit more so that way there's a little bit more variety so that way for people who've been watching and listening and chatting for a long time can actually hear new music and I can expose new music to people who probably have never heard it or haven't heard it in a long time. It's the thing is like I'm not super like genre fixed. I'm not super genre fixed, though I do have genre preferences. And I think usually for the vibe that I go for, like drawing and stuff, is going to be stuff that's more chilled out like this. So, but like if it's also like disco like this, or the last song, which is kind of like also like a disco pop, I will always do disco pop. It's so good. And that way, if you're watching the VOD, which you're like, why does it say there's music? There's no music. This is something I want to make kind of more of a clarification in the future. Like, you want to be able to hear the music? Gotta join the live show. Gotta join the live show. Music is only the live show. Both, so that way people who get the live show will get the benefit of being able to hear all the music I play. And so that way YouTube don't get mad at me. Back into rendering. I can render to like a big boy. I can do it. Full glass of wine. Which is what is witches? You gotta be witches. 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 Ah, gotcha. Yeah. I'm wrapping up here soon. I think I'm about done. It right now is 10:18. Want to make sure I got everything. I feel like that's pretty good. Not too much more I could do. Well, I mean, there's always more I could do, but I think I got the most important part done. I don't know. I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. Sure, I could probably add more metal effect to things. I might do real fast. Like, there's a couple of there's some pretty consistently strong values that I have here on the stream. One of them is I want to share experience. That could come down to games, personal experiences, information, art, music. Music is hugely important to me. It's genuinely hugely important to me. I've made it. I'm not good at it. I'm not going to say I'm good at it, but I've made music. And like, music is one of those things experientially that is super, super important to me because it just means a lot, I guess. I don't know. It always has, it always will. Yeah, this render came out real good. Guys, this might be my best render to date of anything. Certainly of any character. I don't feel like I've made a character render this good. Certainly not in a long time either if I have done it. And this is super important because it reestablishes some things that I think have always been a part of my style, and like I said, I learned them back in college and was doing them more in college, but now I can say for certain that this is how I would go about doing certain things moving forward. Now, the only thing I might change, what if I make either I hide this? That actually looks kind of badass. I don't know why that like popped in a way that was like, ugh. I'm gonna try one more color. We're gonna try a dark color and see what happens. We're gonna do like a dark. It's too crisp. It's too rich. I like something more desaturated. What do you think? I kind of quite like that. I quite like that actually quite a bit. It also will help me figure out to see where I need to clean up the edges. So I hope this also helps you find music, but then you have cases like this where it's like, I couldn't help you find it. I don't know how I found it, and I don't know how I would find it if I wanted to. Honestly, I should just make public. I have like a whole playlist that I play these out of. Like I could probably just make it public and be like, if you want to see the music I use for my live streams, this is where it all it is. All of it. Judge me. Let me know if you guys want that. Like I can do that. I think that's good. I think that's good. I don't know what else to do with her. I don't know what else to do with her. She came out great. I think that's good. That's damn. She looks good. Put it down. Put it back in a month. Pick it back. What, this? Put this down for a month and pick it back up? What do you think? Do you like that background? Do you like the lighter background? I think this is too bright. This actually kind of hurts my eyes. I kind of want something a little bit darker. What do you think? 100% too bright? Yes. Go with the darker one. It's either that. Let's actually try this. I just want it to have a nice. Ooh, I like it. Like that. Yeah. Yep, I think that's it. I think that is it. I'm seeing artifacts that I'll fix and then we'll be good. I swear. Yeah, I think that's like perfect. It's just like her. Look, it's just like her. Looks just like my character. It's her. Right there. I did it. Take off my gloves. Gloves are coming off. Done. The gloves. If the gloves come off, I'm done. Gloves are coming off. I do think that red looks really good too. Like the yellow was good for what it needed to be at the time when it was just flats. But you're right, it was way too bright. And I think the darker really, really helps your eyes from bleeding. not squinting as much at it. That was fun. I'm really happy how this came out. This is maybe one of my best renders I've done in a long time. In a long, long time. Like, obviously, I still could probably do more. I could probably do more on the scarf. I could do more on the back part. I could do more on the front part. I could do more on that tummy. Always improve, but save it for the next one. Save it for the next one. But I think I've established some pretty important baselines for myself. One, I know how to do the sketch. I know how to do the line art. I know how to do the matte. And now I know how to do the render. Now, from now on, it's just doing that over and over again until I'm happy with every piece I do. I guess. Honestly, I might have to start doing more line art on my dinosaurs again. The next dinosaur I draw, which will probably be the next drawing, next dinosaur I draw, I'm going to draw the way that I drew this character and see how it comes out. Because if it just works, just do it that way. You should just do it that way. This came out good, and this render style really, really worked really well. I really liked doing it. I really liked using that render style, and it wasn't anything fancy. It's probably the most artificial rendering style in it. It wasn't like It wasn't an emulated. It wasn't an emulated brush. It wasn't emulated media. It was just soft round. It was just soft round. So, yeah, no, I think this came out really, really good, and it definitely feels much more digital, which is also very nice. It feels like a digital piece. Very nice, crisp piece. I like drawing belly buttons. I don't know what to tell you. That came out really good, actually. I don't know who I'm saying that to, but if you're wondering, I don't know. I like drawing it. It's really good. I ended up not adding a weapon. I honestly think it was for the best. I could have added a sword. I tried, and I was like, oh, just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it that day. Don't know why. I'm glad I did. It looks better without it. It looks better without a weapon. I think. I think a weapon is too distracting. At best, a weapon would have been behind her, and then you wouldn't get to see the weapon. So, and then you put the weapon in front of her, and I have to redraw a bunch of shit. Also not good. So, sometimes you just try things, and it doesn't work, it doesn't gel, and you just do something else, you don't come back to it. That's okay, too. Do what works. Always do what works. What I've learned is always do what works. Thank you, Sean. He did. He helped me with. So, yeah. And this came out great. I really am happy with how this one came out. It looks fantastic. Very satisfied. I think this is some of my best work, and it really excited what I do next if this is what I'm starting to do. This is what every time I come back to a piece, I'm like, man, fucking nailed it. The day I say fuck, we fucked it up, it's gonna be a sad day. But so far, I've at least made progress. I've at least made improvements, and I've at least made something. Hope people are liking it. Hope you guys are liking this. I'm enjoying working on it. I'm not done yet. Not done yet. Well, I'm done with this one, but we ain't done yet. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open up Bing Create, and you're gonna have to retype what you said. You said a full glass of wine. Is that what you said? Full glass of wine. Say it again. Say it again. Need to know. I never came back around to drawing the bottle, but I really don't want to draw. I don't really want to render a bottle. I don't really want to render a bottle. That sounds very unpleasant. Where's Bing? Bing, where'd you go? Okay, so we're going to start closing out the stream. Before the end of every stream, though, we're going to do one more thing. You guys can participate. All you gotta do is type in chat. Whatever chat says, I'll use it as a reference. And we'll generate an image using those references, and then I'll share that image before we raid out. So as Silo said, he mentioned a full glass of wine. Okay, my OC Monster Hunter, Mary, holding a full glass of wine while kneeling and looking at the camera from underneath her big, cool hat. And I'll let people add to that if they'd like, but I think that's enough. I'll give you guys just a little bit of time, just in case. But I don't think I need to add anything else to this. This is a masterpiece. Masterpiece. Came out good. I'm really happy with this. I'm excited what more I work on next. Because this is the rendering style I'm going. I feel like this is really promising and I can do more with this. I can do a lot more with this. This is even like more work than normal for me. Like, I don't have to put this much work into something to still get the value out of those renders. But I'm going to start studying some renders. I won't say what kind of renders. They're still renders and I should study them. Just saying, there's some really good art out there that understands how to draw skin. That's all I'm going to say. Just saying. Okay, we're going to make this picture. We're going to make this picture, and as soon as it's done, I'll go ahead and start our outro. Alright, well, stick around to the very end. I also do a bit of a closing bit, and we do raid after every stream, so that way the vampires in our chat can keep watching. Just everybody else out there, make sure to go lock your doors and windows, because it's almost lunchtime for vampires. And thank you for joining, everybody. Hope you had a good time and you enjoyed the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatching the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking any of the links. There's a link to an Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or a Discord. We post when we go live on any one of those platforms, as well as anything else that we're up to. And just generally, you can come hang out with the rest of the community there. It's a good time on the Discord. Speaking of which, a shout out to our community there and everyone who follows. You guys are a wonderful audience and we appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure to also hashtag with MC Canary or link it back to the stream so people can find more of the good stuff we do here. And as always, if you want to see the stream grow, you gotta let people know. I appreciate that people have been talking about the stream and I encourage you guys to do it more. It does help us out. That's just super rad that you guys are willing to do that and that we're doing things that you guys want to talk about. So, go tell people about the stream. Go tell your friends about the stream. Go talk about the stream. I won't. And as always, a huge thank you to ModeShrimp and all of his supporters on Patreon and Twitch. Your generosity allows us to continue to expand the stream as well as take on more projects. And the stream would not be made possible without viewers like you. We thank you. If you wish to see your name added to this list, as well as a couple of the benefits you can get, you could always subscribe directly on Twitch or check out the Patreon page here. It'll show you everything that you can get, and any amount is always appreciated. Once again, thank you. And thank you to Mods for doing a wonderful job holding back the writer and becoming famous. Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. I had a good time drawing. This was really good. This came out really good. I'm not working on it more if I could. Even if I could, not gonna work on it more. I'm done. I'm done. This is the next step in rendering, and after this I need to figure out my difference between my hard colors and my soft colors, but this is it. I'm done rendering for this piece. We'll move on to the next one. We'll do a little bit more, a little bit different. You know how it goes. We'll get you through housekeeping, get you on your way. Check out the rest of our friends in Goblin Entertainment. That Linktree has links to everyone's channels and everything that they've done and they've been up to, and my own stuff here, which has everything that I post to. So you can go check everybody out. Goblin Entertainment. I think that's it. We'll go say hi to Misa. We haven't raided her in a while. She's going a little bit late, so we'll go say hi to her. So stick around for that. Otherwise, have a good evening. Take it easy. Remember, rendering, just putting the skin on. Just gotta put the skin on. Just gotta layer the skin on. It only made one, and it only made this one. And you know what? They got close. They got close. You want to know what would have been scary? What if it was just exactly. What if it was just like. You could just tell that it was my picture? The day that happens, I think I call Bing and scream at Bing and say, don't. That would have scared me, but so far. They can't. It's because they're drunk or something. Yeah, rendering that